Help support the show by joining the Patreon or becoming a YouTube member. Also, hit that like button and subscribe if you want more Browns-focused content.
Let's get into some mock draft. We're going to bring a mock draft up. It's been an interesting week. We don't know exactly what's going to go down at the quarterback position for the Browns. All we know is that Kenny Pickett is on the roster. We don't know exactly what's going down with the Browns around different position groups. There's a lot in limbo with the Cleveland Browns right now. But I think that's when it's the most fun to do a mock draft. Now, last time I did a mock draft, you guys saw me trade up for Shedeur Sanders. Here's how I think about the draft right now. The Browns' number one option at quarterback is to watch and see if one of these guys falls past 21. If a quarterback that you like falls past 21, I think it's more than worth it to trade the fourth and get back into it. History tells you past about pick 25, you can trade a fourth and get back into the first round if you have an early second. But let's see what the board gives us today, right? So let's jump into it. We're going to pick the Cleveland Browns and get this thing started. All right, so let's see what happens at 1. I think 1 is a bit of a question, but it feels like it's circling in at Cam Ward. So Cam Ward goes number 1 overall. Now, in this mock draft, people are offering trades. I'm going to go and assume that nobody wants to trade for this number 2 overall pick because I think that's what we have to really cushion ourselves for, is that nobody wants to do a trade back, at least at the price that the Cleveland Browns are going to do a trade back. So this front office has proved that they're not going to just do a trade just to do a trade, right? They're going to want to get something back of value. Abdul Carter is usually the pick here for me, but I want to evaluate something differently, right? I usually pick Abdul Carter number 2, but how would this draft change if I made a different decision here at 2? How would this draft change if I drafted the unicorn of the 2025 draft? How would this draft change, and how would the draft philosophy change if I dared to take Travis Hunter, number 2 overall? The most polarizing player in this draft class, you could argue. There's arguments about what position this dude plays, let alone if he's good at those positions. I tend to think he's really strong at both positions. I think the Browns see it like this. Travis Hunter is an excellent zone corner. We know Andrew Berry loves corners, right? He took a corner with his first pick in 2021. He took a corner with his first pick in 2022. Greg Newsome, Martin Emerson. He's taking a corner in every draft, whether we needed one or not. We haven't needed a corner for a while, but he's taking a corner. He played corner back in the day. Him and Kevin Stefanski, both defensive backs in college, I believe. So we know that they have a love affair with the corner position. Travis Hunter might be the most exciting corner prospect in his draft class. You flip it on the other side, and with Travis Hunter as a wide receiver, I see something that the Browns don't really have. Is Travis Hunter an explosive yak threat? Yes, he is, right? He's similar to Jerry Jeudy like that, where he could take something underneath, explode, and get a bunch of yards at the catch. But where Travis Hunter is unique is his 50-50 ball ability. The Browns don't have anybody on their roster who can be a 50-50 ball guy. Travis Hunter can be a 50-50 ball guy in the NFL. Hell, if you use him on offense and you don't want to use him too much, you can make him a 50-50 ball guy in the league. Athletic, super high, tracks the ball well, great instincts, can jump high as hell. So I think he offers something really intriguing specifically for the Browns on both sides of the ball. The thing that makes him unique is that he is somebody who I think fits both sides of the ball for Cleveland if he played for both sides. And, yeah, would it be a risky pick? Or would it be a riskier pick than Abdul Carter? Yes, absolutely. But it could end up being one of the best selections in this draft because you could get a guy who could be a third down threat for you on offense and a third round stopper for you on defense. And if you can get that with one pick, that's a player who has immense value to your football team. But how does drafting Travis Hunter change what you do for the rest of the draft? Well, let's figure it out, right? So we're going to take Travis Hunter here, number 2 overall. ESPN's going to be shocked. Oh, my God, they didn't go quarterback here, right? We're watching the board. Genty just went 4. Carter just slipped the 5. Mason Graham, Will Campbell here at 7. Let's continue. Michael Williams, Samar Stewart, Ted McMillan, Mike Green, Tyler Warren. All right, so at this point in the draft, Pittsburgh has the 21st pick. If Pittsburgh takes Shedeur Sanders, best of luck to you. But if Pittsburgh does not take Shedeur Sanders, okay, we're going to start trying to dig around here, right? See what we can do. Part of this is to secure Shedeur Sanders, make sure nobody jumps ahead of us at 33. But also part of this is to secure a 5th-year option on Shedeur Sanders. But let's see what happens here, right? So they go with Buka. Sanders is still there. We know that Baltimore is not going to trade with us. Maybe Detroit goes there. So we know Detroit, we could call them. Washington, we can call them. And in Los Angeles, we can call them, right? So if we call L.A., we'll say, hey, Les Snead, how you doing? Quincy Carrier calling on behalf of Andrew Berry. We would like to swap you 33 for 26, so you would move back only 7 spots. And for your troubles, we'll give you a 4th-round pick. He says, yeah, that seems fine with me. You know, is this a pick? Is this a selection where you want to wait to see what's on the board? Absolutely. All right. So we're going to resume this draft. We know that we have this trade in our back pocket. If you're wondering if this trade is realistic, it absolutely is realistic because this is the price to get back into the first round from 33. Historically, is a 4th-round pick, especially a early 4th-round pick, would get this thing done. But let's continue, right? We got to make sure he makes it there. We still got a few picks before he gets there. Well, let's actually call Houston, see if we can end the anxiety early. So let's get on the ringer with Houston. Am I tripping? Okay, yeah, right here. And see if they would take that same deal. They might take that deal. So we'll just wait this one out. So Matthew Golden goes here. Tyler Booker goes here. All right, Colston Loveland goes here. Let's call. Let's do this trade. Now, you just said you would accept that. Okay. Here, 5th-round pick. Boom. So gave them a 4th, an extra 5th for their troubles just to get this trade through. We're going to go to quarterback. We're going to take Shedeur Sanders. Now, some of you may ask, why take Shedeur Sanders now? Right? If you weren't willing to take him at 2, why take him at 26? I talked about it early on this stream that the Browns have done stuff that has not worked before, right? One of those things that have not worked is taking the quarterback in the 20s in the first round. Is that going to be as damaging long-term to you as it would be if you were to take the quarterback number 2? Does taking a quarterback at 26 take you out of the next year's draft class? I've talked about that being a big factor. The answers to that change a little bit at 26, in my opinion. Does trading back into the first round for Shedeur Sanders at 26 take you out of next year's draft class? I think the answer is maybe. If Shedeur Sanders shows promise, then yeah, you're not going to draft the quarterback in 2026. But if Shedeur Sanders is an absolute disaster in his rookie year, similar like Paxton Lynch or Brandon Weeden, then it absolutely does not stop you from taking a quarterback in the first round. It's really dependent on the performance of Shedeur Sanders. Why Shedeur at 26 and not 2? Well, that's because I got Travis Hunter or I got Abdul Carter. If I get Abdul Carter, if I get Travis Hunter, I'm building on my strategy of strengthening everything around the quarterback position. And then with a later pick using significantly less resources, I'm able to attack the quarterback position for a player that I think fits the draft spot that he would go in. We can argue all the livelong day about whether it's realistic or not if Shedeur falls past this team or that team. The important thing to remember is we don't know what's realistic for Shedeur to fall because we don't know where Shedeur is going to go in this draft yet. All of this is theoretical. Shedeur could be the 10th pick. He could be the 2nd pick. He could be the 1st pick. He could be the 30th pick. He could be the 40th pick. We don't know where Shedeur is going to fall. All we could do is play out different scenarios. There is a chance that Shedeur Sanders falls to this part. If Shedeur Sanders does fall to this part and the price to get him is what? A couple of day 3 picks or just one day 3 pick is normally what it takes. Then okay, you do that if you like Shedeur. I have Shedeur as my number 1 quarterback in this class. I think that he fits better for Cleveland. And if I compare Shedeur with Travis Hunter, his college roommate, I think that gives him a better chance to be successful in the NFL than most other situations. So, yeah, I'm sacrificing a little bit here, but I'm pairing up Shedeur with Travis Hunter. And if this is going to work, it's going to work like this, right? So let's do it. Now that takes us out the second round. Our first and second picks are Travis and Shedeur. There are going to be a lot of people unhappy with this, right? There are going to be people who do not love the fact that we're bringing on all this attention from what Colorado means and all the stuff that Dion and that brings. And that's going to be there, right? We're going to have to live with that. But if they work out as players, if Shedeur could be a decent quarterback, a starting level quarterback, not a superstar, if Travis Hunter can be an impact player on both sides of the football, well, then you just solved a ton of problems with 2 picks. And that's invaluable. So let's continue. Now we're sitting here at 67. If I'm the Browns, here's where you try to maneuver if you make this trade. This gap you're going to have from 94 to 179. You could also use something like Greg Newsome to get picks back into this range, right? But let's do that. Let's try to trade Greg Newsome now, right? We just drafted Travis Hunter. Our phone is ringing off the hook. People know that Greg Newsome is available. Carolina is interested in Greg Newsome. Let's see what we can get for Greg, right? You know, because Greg's a good player. He's former first-round pick. You know, he's been a quality starter for us. Yeah, fans don't love him, but, you know, fans don't love a lot of good corners. So Greg Newsome's available. You know, we're calling Carolina. Carolina's interested in trading for Greg, and we're interested in trading Greg to them. So let's see what Carolina wants to give up, because now that we have traded that pick, we need to get some picks back. So let's go shoot for the moon. You want to give us Greg Newsome for 74? They seem game. They're excited. Carolina, you call Carolina, you offer them Greg Newsome, and they're excited about it. So you're like, hold on, maybe we can get more now, right? What about 114? They're still excited. Okay, how about a pick swap? We swap you 179, 192 for 140. They're still excited. Okay, let's get greedy. Let's get 146. They don't want to give up 146. Okay, cool. We'll take this. 74, 114, 140 for Greg Newsome. This is a steal. I don't know if it's super realistic, but Carolina's willing to do it. They see something in Greg. We're willing to offer it. Go ahead. You get Greg Newsome and pick 192. We'll take it. All right. Now let's move on with our draft strategy, knowing that we have all of these extra picks. We have 67, 74, 94 in the third. How do we now build a defense in an offense? We got Travis Hunter, who will use as a two-way player. He's going to be offense, defense. Shedeur Sanders is the quarterback. Let's see what's available here. You got Essery here at tackle. That's a pick that I might be inclined to make, right? Cam Williams is there. Marcus and Bo is there. So tackle, this looks like the good spot to take a tackle, to be honest with you. And I want to get one of these tackle to guard guys. Tate Rutledge is there, who's just a straight up guard. Might see him as a little bit less useful because he doesn't have position versatility. We did not address the defensive line. So, Omar Norman Lott might be something that we want to consider here, right? Edge defender, is anybody interesting available here at edge? Not really. Not really. I don't like Josiah Stewart a ton. Not for the Browns. All right. So let's get a tackle. We just drafted a quarterback, a quasi wide receiver. Let's go tackle here. Cam Williams is the youngest player here, offers a ton of upside, 21.4. This might be something the Browns are interested in because he's super athletic. He's giant, 6'5", 335, super young, super raw. The problem with him is that he's just not very good right now. Essery is a redshirt senior, so he's significantly older, right? He's going to be somebody who you will want to select if you're more of a play now, win now team. Moves well, has that tackle size. Marcus Mbo hits that sweet spot. Still young, tackle guard. I probably go Mbo here, right? I go Mbo here. Yeah, let's go Mbo unless something at running back blows me away. The only thing at running back right now is Cam Scatterboo. Yeah, I'm willing to wait on quarterback because not quarterback, running back. Wide receiver, is there anything that's going to blow me away at wide receiver? No. Tight end, Mason Taylor is there. We might be able to get him at 74. I just don't want to play games with the offensive line. Corner here, nothing blowing me away. Is Xavier Watts available? No. Okay, so that would have been an immediate selection. Defensive interior, nothing there. And then let's look at linebacker real quick. All right, yeah, we'll go take Mbo. Now he's what tackle available? He's the fourth. How old is Ozzie Trapullo? Nah, too old. Way too old. Yeah, if I'm going to develop somebody, I want to be under 22. Let's get Mbo here. All right, so we're sitting at 74. We just took a tackle / guard prospect. We have our quarterback, wide receiver, defensive back, kind of. Let's look at tight end here. Terrence Ferguson is there at 74. Harold Fainin Jr. is there at 99. I want to get some size here at tight end, if I'm being honest with you. So I think Gunnar Helm would probably make the most sense. 6'5", 250. Has a pretty translatable game to what the Browns like to do. Is anybody offering anything intriguing with trades? Not really. We also have safety, right? We need to fill safety. Makuba, Kevin Winston. Kevin Winston's super young, super talented. He was really good run defender last year. He didn't play much in 20. He only played 2 games in 2024, so ignore his grade there. But 2023 was one of the better safeties in the country. Really, really high upside swing here. He's significantly younger than Ransom. I know that Ransom's 23. He's a little bit younger than Makuba, who's about 22, so they're about the same age. At 22, 21, he's younger than him. So maybe you go with the younger player to break the tie here. Let's go Winston. Let's get Winston here. I might want to get a defensive tackle before they're all off the board. And then I have 114. Let's look at tight end. Gunnar Helm could be there. If Helm is not there, do I feel good about any of these other guys? Not really. Not really sweating it. Jordan Phillips is still there at 94. I kind of got to do it. How old is Jordan, though? Redshirt sophomore? Oh, yeah, I got to do that. How old's Dion? Ooh, Dion's super young, too. And look how big Dion is. Dion moved really well at the combine. Has a pretty strong pass rush win rate. I like both of them. Let's go running back here. Is there anything I feel like I need to take? So right now, I'm trying to decide between Deion Walker, Jordan Phillips, Devin Neal, Gunnar Helm. I think that's where I'm at. This is a tough decision, right? Because I know of those 4 players, I have a decent chance of getting 2 of them. Right? So let's go ahead. I can pass on Neal. Phillips or Walker. So I could go Helm and Walker or Neal and Walker. I don't really need the tight end as much. But I'm going to be pissed, dog. 11% pass rush run rate. What's the size on him? 6'3", 320. He can run the fan fine. Let's just take Jordan Phillips. I think he's a better player. Let's take Jordan. All right, we'll sweat it out to pick 114. All right, so we're sitting here at 114. Will Howard's there, Gunnar Helm's still there, Kobe Bryant there. We took Travis, so we're not gonna go Kobe Bryant here, who I love taking at this point in the draft. We took a running back. No, we took Jordan Phillips. All right, let's see what running back's available. Blue. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get Trevor Etienne at 140. And if I can't get Etienne at 140, I'll go Ollie Gordon by Shul Tootin late. So I'm gonna stay away from running back here. I think I'm gonna just take Gunner. Yeah, we'll just take Gunner here. So we got tight end, defensive tackle. We still got to handle running back. We're gonna do that in round 5. All right, yeah, let's go ahead. If Trevor's there, let's take Trevor Etienne. Super underrated in this year's class. I think he's one of the 5 to 10 best running backs in this class. But I think off the field stuff has really hurt him more than anything. The tape's really strong. He's a good zone running back. Gap grade's pretty good. Super elusive. Works out the backfield well. How big is he? 205, 5'9", 205. So good size on him. Yeah, let's go get our running back here. And then we'll try to swing back, get another dude. But we'll get Trevor here. And then we're going to wait till pick 179. But so far, Travis Hunter, wide receiver corner. Shedeur Sanders, quarterback. Marcus Mbow could be a guard, could be a tackle. Kevin Winston will be your free safety. Jordan Phillips, you got an interior guy, pass rusher right away. Gunnar Helm, second tight end, could be your starter if you decide to move on from Njoku. Trevor Etienne, who I think will be a solid running back in the NFL. And that's what we have done with our first 7 selections. My bad. No, 6. We're picking 179. Let's see what's on the board here. Wide receiver wise, nothing I want to swing at yet. Luke Lachey. If Luke Lachey's sitting there like 200, I'm taking him. Tootin's there. Tootin super fast. Jordan James, also another interesting change of pace guy you could throw in there. Maybe I want to go with somebody bigger because I did go Trevor Etienne, so maybe I want to set my sights on Ollie Gordon. And we're good on tackle. Corner, we're good. Defensive interior, another area. Zeke Biggers is there. Ty Robinson. I will take Ty Robinson at pick 216 if he's sitting there. I'm just going to let y'all know. Ty Robinson is not making it past pick 216. So if you would like Ty Robinson, please pick him before pick 216. If I want Ollie, I can wait on that. Yeah, let's take Lachey or Ollie. Let's see, tight end. Lachey's still there. Ollie is still there, I'm assuming. Yeah, Ollie's still there. Lachey's still there. Yeah, with these 3 picks, I want to somehow leave with Lachey, Ollie Gordon, and Ty Robinson. But I'm going to take Ty at 216. Is there another tight end I like if they fall past that range? I could take Howard Cross. Yeah, I'm going to go. Let's get Ollie here. Actually, yeah, let's get Ollie here. Big running back. And then we'll go Ty Robinson here. And then with 254, we're going to roll. Oh, Lester just went. We took Shedeur. So Jimmy Horn's here. We'll take him. No Jimmy Horn. All right, let's Carson Vincent's still available? All right, let's go Vincent. Cool. All right. So that is the 7th round mock. First round, we go Travis Hunter. See how that changes up the draft. We make a trade to get back into the first round. Shedeur Sanders slips to pick 26. We jump up, we take him, right? I think if Shedeur falls past Pittsburgh, if you're the Browns, you got to consider making that move because I think Shedeur is an order of magnitude better of an option as a young quarterback than like Jalen Milroe. No disrespect to Jalen Milroe. I think he's fine if you got to draft somebody in the 3rd round. But we're talking about 2nd, late 1st. This dude makes so much more sense than all the other options. Marcus and Bo here probably, I think, might be the most controversial pick here other than the top 2. Going tackle guard here. If he can play tackle, then you have another body you can have be healthy at the tackle position. But if he's not a good tackle in the NFL, you can just slide him inside the guard, and then you have Wyatt Teller's replacement on hand. You already drafted Zinter last year to be Joel's replacement, so you got 2 backups, and now all of a sudden you're more prepared on the offensive line. Kevin Winston, that's going to be somebody you draft to try to take the spot of Juan Thornhill at free safety. Him and Ronnie Hickman can battle it out for that position. Hopefully Kevin Winston wins that battle. Cool. Jordan Phillips, you get a defensive interior impact player, somebody who could be a pass rusher from the interior, as well as a decent run stuffer. Gunnar Helm in the 4th round, solid tight end, right? Not going to get you 1,000 yards, but definitely going to get you 400, 500. Trevor Etienne, I think, will be a solid running back in the NFL. Caden Prather, you take a flyer on a big, tall, athletic wide receiver, one that's a body type that you don't really have much in your wide receiver room, so take a chance there. Ollie Gordon, big-bodied running back to pair with Trevor Etienne and Nick Chubb if you bring him back. Ty Robinson, I like him, long, strong defender, more athletic than you think. If you can get him at 216, I'm doing backflips. Carson Vincent, experimental tackle, had a pretty solid Senior Bowl. So, you get him at 254, I think that's a pretty good experimental tackle to have on the back end of your roster, possibly on your practice squad. So that is that mock draft scenario.